If your listing has been sitting on the market for 30, 40, 50 days and your seller is pushing you to drop the price, I want you to stop before you do that. There's one question you need to answer first. Is the problem actually the price, or is it how this listing is being positioned? Those are two very different problems, and the solution to one will make the other worse. That's what we're getting into today. How to diagnose a sitting listing and figure out whether you need to adjust the price or completely rethink how you're presenting the home. I'm Jared Larkin, account executive with Chicago Title of Colorado. I work with real estate agents across the Denver metro every day. And right now, this conversation is happening in a lot of seller meetings. The Denver metro is averaging 56 days on market as of Q1 2026, with over 13,000 active listings across the 7-county area. Sellers who were conditioned by the 2021 market are not prepared for this reality, and agents are feeling pressure to recommend a price cut every time a listing goes quiet. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you a framework to walk into that conversation with confidence. You'll know how to run what I call the exposure test, how to make specific positioning moves before touching the price, and when it actually is time to talk numbers. All right, so step one is the exposure test. Before you decide whether price or positioning is the issue, you need to know how many people have actually seen this listing. Pull your showing data. If you've had 25 showings and 0 offers, that is a pricing problem. The market has seen the home, liked it enough to walk through, and said no. But if you've had 4 showings in 40 days, that is a positioning problem. The market hasn't even had a chance to reject the price yet because they haven't seen it. This one distinction changes everything about the conversation you're about to have with your seller. When you walk in with data, you're not guessing, you're diagnosing, and that puts you in a completely different seat. Now, here's where it gets really useful. If the exposure test tells you it's a positioning problem, here's what I would do if I were you before recommending any price adjustment. First, look at the photos. Not just whether they're good, but whether they're telling the story of the home correctly. The lead photo is your digital curb appeal. If it's a front exterior shot on a cloudy day or a bedroom with the blinds closed, you are losing buyers before they ever click in. Next step, look at the listing description. If it sounds like every other listing in the MLS, that is a positioning problem. Buyers are making split-second decisions and generic language gets skipped. Third, look at your marketing distribution. Is this listing hitting social media? Is there a video walkthrough? Is it being shared through agent-to-agent channels? In a market with over 13,000 active listings in the Denver metro, competition for buyer attention is real. If you're relying solely on MLS exposure, you're fighting with both hands tied behind your back. And last step, check where the price lands inside the search brackets. Buyers search in price ranges. If your listing is sitting at $502,000, you're invisible to every buyer searching up to $500,000. A small adjustment below a search threshold can dramatically increase your visibility without triggering a formal price reduction conversation with your seller. Now, if you've made those moves and you've had the showings and you're still not seeing offers, then yes, it's time to talk price. And here's how I'd frame it with the seller. The market has spoken. This isn't about the home being worth less. It's about where the price needs to be to create competition. Buyers in Denver right now have options. They have a lot of options. Your job is to make this listing the obvious choice in its price range. And that means being positioned correctly from day one, not 60 days in. All right? So to bring this home, before you recommend a price cut, run the exposure test. Low showing count means you have a positioning problem. Fix the photos, the description, the marketing strategy, and the price bracket. If showings have been strong and offers haven't followed, the market is giving you a clear signal about price. Lead with data in both conversations, and you'll be a much stronger advisor in that seller meeting. If this was helpful, head over to milehighttitleguide.com. I put together tools, resources, and real estate marketing ideas specifically for Colorado agents, and I send them out every week. I also host free classes across the Denver metro every month covering exactly this kind of stuff. And if you're not on the list, you're missing out. Drop your email at milehighttitleguide.com and I'll get you on there. I'm Jared Larkin with Chicago Title. I'll see you in the next one.